Hey everyone, this is Mike Jones from the Connection Games and Comics with round 1 of my Dragon Maze Gatecrash Return to Ravnica draft from Friday, May the 3rd. My round 1 opponent is Mike Su. Mike's an awesome player, also a great guy, fun to play against. This is from the Friday Night Magic at the Connection Games and Comics. Yeah, I hope I pronounced your last name right, Mike. Sorry if I didn't. Anyway, we'll see how this deck works out. Shuffle up, draw 7. And this is going to be the mana issues I talked about at the end of the draft video. So you'll see I go through here. I have black, red, and 3 green cards in my hand. I think about it for a minute, but I think I'm going to have to mulligan this one. It's pretty decent, but back she goes. Alright, shuffled off a bunch, present the deck. Mike cuts again. Draw 6. And this one's a little better. At least I have all 3 colors. So we'll keep it. Apparently I won the die roll. Lead off with a force, go. Mike kept a bit of a sketchy hand here. He mentioned to me later, that's not a land, you can't do that. Yeah, you could get him into play like that. Alright, Mike cast Daring Skyjack. Looks like I'm taking 3 next turn. I draw the Battering Crisis, get all my 3 colors down. Is it the Rakdos guy or this Battering Crisis? I think I lead off with the Battering Crisis. As the Rakdos Drake will evolve him and allow me to hit back for 3. I also have another land in hand. So I take 3 there, I'm down to 17, no blocks. So I play out a forest to a mountain. I have the Sluiceway Scorpion, so I'm deciding, do I want the Rakdos guy or do I want the good blocker that'll scavenge onto my guy later? And I lead off with the Sluiceway Scorpion, which evolves my Battering Crisis, so I swing back for 3. So 17-17 so far. I think Mike knows I'll trade the Sluiceway Scorpion for that Daring Skyjack any day before he gets Battalion online, so he doesn't swing with it. And there I draw the Renegade Crisis. 5 mana open. I have the Mutant's Prey, Rakdos. Sorry I'm not holding the cards in front of the camera. I think it's going to take me a little while to get used to the new camera position and figure out what the best place to hold my cards is. But I just play out the Rakdos Drake Unleashed, which evolves my Trampling Battering Crisis again. But he's still only got 3 toughness. He's a 4/3 right now, so the Skyjack will trade with him. So probably not a good trade for me. Thinking if I can Mutant Spray here, no, it doesn't make sense either. So I'll get in there with the this way. He doesn't block, he takes 2, so oops, he accidentally drew two cards there. I tell him don't worry about it. He passes the turn back, so he's still missing his 2nd color, so this is not really indicative of what his deck probably can do. Again, that was a bit of a sketchy hand. So I draw the Scar Guildmage here. And so I have some decisions. And I think the Renegade Crisis, it's a bit late for him at this point in the game. Still probably would be decent. But the Guildmage, since I have the mana available, okay, so I just swing with the team. No, I hold back. Again, I don't want to make the trade. He can't block the Drake. Yeah, if you trade, I'll make the trade with the Sluiceway Scorpion. I'm kind of worried that he has the Smite too, so. Here comes. What do I play here? Yeah, so he took 4 damage there. Think about the Renegade Crisis. No. Yeah, I still think Skarg's the right play here. I can start making my lands into 4/4s next turn. That's going to hit pretty hard. thinking about the mutant spray, but it's not worth it. Pass the turn back to Mike, and he has to decide. I think he draws a card here and has to discard. Looks like a green card. Can't make out what that is. I made note of the time. Oh, Scab Clan Charger. Probably should have just animated a land here and swung, but I just send in the flyer and the Death Toucher. I think Mike sees the writing on the wall, realizes he's probably got to make the trade here finally. Yeah. Takes 2, puts him down to 9, and then I drop. Here I drop the Krasis, knowing that I can drop the Scab Clan Charger next turn and get a bunch of evolve triggers going. Because the Charger will evolve both the Battering Krasis and the Renegade Krasis, which will put counters on both my Rakdos Drake and the Battering Krasis again. I draw the Death Bridge Goliath, which is even better than the Scab Clan Charger. Oh, might drop the Lifelink Battalion Bear, Boros Mastiff. So that puts a token there, double evolves my Battering Krasis, and puts another +1/+1 counter on my Rakdos Drake. The Renegade Krasis is so good in this match. It's so good card if you have the Unleash or the Evolve creatures. Swing with the big fatties and my recently evolved Renegade Krasis. No, I'm worried about Smite still, so I hold back those. The Battering Krasis has Trample, so even if he smites it, I guess it kills it, but so he blocks that one. He forgot it had Trample. Still, that's his only really option because it was lethal on the board. So that puts him at 2. He draws a card and says, "Good game." He wasn't getting out of that one. Yeah, and we never saw his second color. I'm assuming it was Forest that he was missing, based on the fact that he had to discard it and look like a green card. Pretty sure he's got 2 other colors that we didn't see. All we saw there was plains. So a bit unlucky for Mike. I guess he could have mauled it. Probably should have. And here I get Golgari, Guildgate, Mountain, and Swamp, a Devour Flesh. So I've got all 3 colors. I keep this. Mike goes Plains. I dropped Guildgate Go. He goes second turn, Daring Skyjack. They draw some more land. Put all 3 down. And here I decide to Devour Flesh. Don't mind giving him 1 life. Stops me from taking 3. I wouldn't have blocked with. I don't think I had anything to play there anyway, so. Yeah. Spawn of Rixmati, my 3rd land, drop the Battering Krasis. He dropped the Lifelink Bear again, Battalion Bear. I'm gonna let him swing in, no blocks. 2 puts me down to 18. Now I draw Forest. So I got 4 mana. Throw down Scab Clan Charger that evolves the Battering Krasis, hit him for 3. Puts him to 18, ties the game. And I have a blocker now for the Boros Mastiff. Passes the turn. Oh, Renegade Krasis again. I like that card. And enough mana for next turn to drop that Spawn of Rixmati, which is going to make my Battering Krasis huge. Alright, so let's swing in. Mike's thinking about it. Is it worth smiting this stupid Scab Clan Charger? Yeah, it is. So I drew the smite out of his hand, which is pretty good. I'd rather have him do that on that Scab Clan Charger than a lot of other things he could have done it on. Drop that, pass the turn. And so he arrests. I think he's going to arrest the trampling guy. Yeah. I just asked for clarification, make sure the triggers still work. It's the Azorius Arrestor. He swings in for 2. I don't block. Puts me to 16. Untap. Draw more land. Gotta remember to hold the cards in front of the camera. So I've got Give and Take in my hand. Spawn of Rixmati, which it looks like is what I'm playing here. I will unleash him. So he comes into play as a 6/4, which triggers the evolve on him and both my guys, which triggers the Renegade Krasis, which puts another counter on both the spawn and the Battering Krasis. Battering Krasis is detained still. I have a 4/3, so I will just. So I got Swamp and a Give and Take in play. Swing in with the 4/3. Mike's going to block. And he tries to play the Phyto Surge, forgets that it's a sorcery, which I point out to him, unfortunately. So he loses his Arrestor. I'm just commenting there that how horrible that card is, but he doesn't take any damage at least. There we go, now I remember the camera's there. Swamp and a Give and Take. So I can throw the 3+1/+1 counters on the Battering Krasis, which will make it, he's evolved. 1, 2, 3, he's got 3+1, so he's a 5/4 right now. That'll make him an 8/7 with Trample. So he swings at me, he pumps his guy with the +5/+5 because he has it in hand, he might as well. So I just say no blocks, thank you. And draw another land. That's 5, 6, 7 plus 4 is 11 plus 5 is 16 on board. I play the Give to put the 3+1/+1 counters on there, and that's 19 damage. And he doesn't have any blockers, so unless he's got some trick up his sleeve, that's game. Yep, so Mike scoops. And Mike's a good player. I think he got a little unlucky there. His deck's probably better than that, usually is. But lots of fun, and so I win round 1 2-0, and we'll go on to round 2, and I'll hopefully have that posted for you shortly. Thanks, bye.